Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for April 8th, 2026. We've got allies and alchemy today. Not a lot of alchemy though, a lot of allies. Might as well be a mono set kingdom with the only card being Golem. I don't know, maybe there's some reason you would pick up a Golem. I guess we'll see. So we've got broker, student for trashing. For plus actions, we've got capital city, town, royal galley. For draw, we've got capital city, royal galley, distant shore, Sybil. And for gains, we've got Conjurer, Sunken Treasure, Voyage, kind of, Town, Herb Gatherer. Okay. Oh, I missed Merchant Camp for plus actions. Alright. Yeah, so, yeah, there's plenty of plus actions for sure. I guess I also didn't mention Golem for either draw or actions. It is both of those things, technically. Anyway, the draw is potentially a little light here, I think is the main limitation. But you should be able to do a lot of things. So we've also got Desert Guides. Broker is giving favors. Student is giving favors. Okay. I wonder if we just open Broker Student. Broker's not very good at trashing coppers. Student definitely prefers that. So, you know, we get our copper trasher, we get our estate trasher. The downside of that is mostly just the other cards that we don't get to put into our deck. I think I'm also just realizing that I didn't mention Broker for probably actions or draw here. This board has well, for one thing, it just has a lot of cards on it because it has 3 4-card split piles, but also has a bunch of cards that can do multiple things. I don't actually think Broker for draw. Well, if you somehow got Acolyte uncovered, crash an action or victory card from your hand to gain a gold. Gaining gold would be a way if you wanted to draw with Broker, right? Like having a gold gainer would help. Acolyte as gold gainers go, definitely not the most efficient, but like, you know, in theory you could like, actually, I guess Distant Shore would give you estates. I was thinking about Conjurer. I was like, well, you can conjure stuff for Broker to trash, but that's not very efficient for draw. Like, even conjuring a 4-cost, you like Broker a 4-cost, that's like playing a Smithy, except it's like requires more collision and stuff. Plus you got to gain the card with this terminal, so like that's not amazing. But I guess if you got a Distant Shore and you're gaining estates from Distant Shore, and then you were Acolyte trashing the estates to gold, I still don't think that's going to be the preferred way to draw here, but it is present. Anyway, oh, there's also Lich. Now, Broker trashing Lich to draw that. Because it doesn't actually stay trashed. Oh, man. Okay. There's a lot going on this board, really. That I actually think is potentially very relevant. You do have to gain cheaper cards from the trash. Which it's not like obvious that you would be putting something that you wanted into the trash to then trash or to gain with the Lich, but maybe. The other thing that is present is Lich and Voyage, and that's a whole thing. So Voyage is take an extra turn after this, but not a turn in a row. And Lich is you play it, you skip a turn. If you play a lich and a voyage. You skip the voyage turn, and you can potentially play with multiple voyages. Like if you either want to get a voyage turn or you want to play multiple liches, you can play with multiple voyages. Because the voyage, like, you under normal circumstances, playing multiple voyages doesn't do anything because you can't take the third turn in a row. But you aren't taking the third turn in a row if you're not taking the turn. So, you could play 4 liches and then play 4 voyages, and then you just have your 1 normal turn. You could play like 3 liches and 4 voyages, and then, skip 3 voyage turns and take the 4th one or whatever. So that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. I don't think any of that suggests that I should open any differently, except insofar as we definitely will want old map. That's the one thing is about the opening here. But I think it's fine to go broker student and get the old map a little bit later. Desert guides will help with like student being potentially annoying, top decking itself and removing econ from the deck and all that. So also with the broker colliding with estates. Well, aren't you just lucky? And aren't I just probably unlucky here? Okay. Well, I'm not... I kind of do want to rotate this because I don't want the bot to get a student. But on the other hand, I can't get a conjurer anyway. That is pretty annoying. I'm going to take an old map. Yeah, that's aggravating. Okay. Could just take coins here. Maybe get another old map. We might also need to put a silver into the deck. I mean, in theory, we can hit 5 without doing that. And we also don't necessarily need to hit 5. Like, hitting 4 for a town would also help. Or for a conjurer. Yeah, I'm just going to take the old map. Okay. What do we want here? Could be capital city. Think so. If we just ditch the student. Well, what I'd like to do is rotate to conjure and get a conjurer. If we student trash to be able to rotate, then play old map, discard the student, draw another card. But are we going to be able to get to 4? Might be difficult. Go for it anyway. I'm going to rotate this pile as well. So we got capital city and some copper on top. I think or just take yet another old map. I mean, it's not a bad card to have in the deck to combine with like Royal Galleys or whatever. Which I imagine we're going to be gaining some of soon. Oh, we have another old map down here, right? Riparian, no, don't do that. Don't want to deal with that. Okay, I don't think I want to play the student this turn. All right, good enough. And the bot didn't want Conjure, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Not really looking to play the broker this turn, I don't think. We need town, we need Royal Galley. We don't... I guess I wouldn't mind getting a Sunken Treasure. But I don't actually know that we can afford that, so I think leave that alone. And yeah, let's just go town, galley. Okay. Now what? We could potentially get a Sunken Treasure this turn. Sure. I'm gonna just stop here. We have an old map on top. We didn't get to the galley, so no, we don't. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, what am I going to gain with Sunken Treasure? Golem. Lich. Yeah, okay. Let's get another galley. Some treasure. Alright, where's that damn barbarian? Not the worst. Do I want to just take this for buy coins? Alright, I don't want a second sunken treasure. Wouldn't mind a distant shore, though. Oh, we can use Lich to get stuff back that Barbarian trashes. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay, so maybe we should just get a Lich rather than Distant Shore. Maybe I shouldn't have rotated to Distant Shore. I don't know. Galley or town? Galley. Oh, well, I guess we can take a town as well. I forgot I had a buy. think we can just rely on the galley to prevent this. Like, we could Desert Guides this hand. Well, I mean, what's the value of not Desert Guiding it, I guess? Not much, probably. All right, we will take a Distant Shore this turn. Galley. Capital City, I guess. Or it could be Galley Town and then use the Capital City to draw with it. That probably makes more sense. Okay. Now we can broker the Lich. We've still got another galley down there I'd like to play. Well, the Sunken Treasure can keep gaining Liches, too, because we're not going to, like, play the Lich unless we get to Voyage. But do we want multiple Liches? Unless we get to Voyage, I guess we don't really. I probably should have found a way to gain and play with this Conjurer, but I didn't. We broker the Lich for coins. That will give us 9. We could for 8, we can get like another galley in another town or something. That seems fine. We want to rotate off of Lich to make sure the bot doesn't get one. Probably. I mean, having multiple Liches could be good with the Voyage stuff, but do that. Next turn, we should consider getting another Broker. And trash the same Lich over and over. But for now, I think I'm just going to conjure. Oh, well, actually, if we get Galley Town, yeah, I mean, why not get another Broker? All right. I guess we could take Golem as well. Huh. I think I prefer Distant Shore anyway. Well, I don't want another student. That much seems clear. Herb Gatherer is certainly nothing special. We just take a merchant camp. I guess that's fine. I don't particularly want that, but... Alright. I was thinking I would cycle this hand because the student was top-decked. Maybe I should still do that? Probably. Not that good, anyway. Alright, we want to do at least one of these for buy coins to combine with the capital city. And then... do have that merchant camp, but... like, we could be brokering a Lich for actions, or for draw. Hmm. Hmm. Broker Lich for actions does kind of seem like overkill. We do have another town that we can get out of the trash. Yeah, let's just go card action. Yes, or card actions, I should say. Okay. Galley Capital City isn't necessarily ideal, just because, unless we get a town galleed as well, which we probably will be able to do, but I'm going to start with... oh, or we could just galley the Distant Shore. Sure, let's do that. I wonder if we just want to conjure another Broker. I think it's going to be pretty good. I mean, we're probably going to want to trash the estates, right? And then, but we also want to trash the Lich, so more Broker seems good. Let's just galley the whole map, I guess. All right, do we want to rotate to Voyage? We don't have to make that decision now, I guess. All right, so do we broker the Lich for draw? We draw the rest of our deck. We still got this old map in this capital city to play. I guess we're not getting another galley this turn. We've got all 4 of our galleys in play. Oh, you know what I should have done? Well, I guess we have the estate to broker. So we, without using the Lich for draw, we can potentially draw. Capital City can draw 3, and then Broker can draw 2. We do have another old map down there as well. Okay, I think this is fine. So let's go Broker, Lich, gaining that town back. Wait, don't we have a merchant camp down here too? Anyway. And take coins. And then do that. And so we broker estate, play the merchant camp normal for draw, play the merchant camp normally, play the old map, discarding student, and then we have 2 actions left to broker Lich and play town for buy coins. I think that should all work. I mean, I guess it would be nice to trash one of these coppers with the student. We could just discard a copper. Sure, why not? Okay. Buy coins. Lich. Guess we'll gain another merchant camp. For coins. Okay. We don't have a distant shore in play, so we can gain a distant shore. Well, unless we want a golem. Golem is a little dangerous with Lich around, although we could probably be pretty confident with all the old maps of like setting up so that that's not a concern, but I just don't care that much about Golem anyway. Take the Voyage now and start like playing. The problem with playing the Lich is that it's hard to get into a point where you've done all the brokering and then you have the Lich and then you want to play it and you actually are going to be able to draw any cards with it. Like, we have enough deck control. I don't know. Like, maybe there's... Maybe there's a way for that to be made relevant, but I'm not super seeing it. What I'm wondering is if we should aim to play with Barbarian and like try to trash the bots cards and then gain those from the trash when we trash the Lich. I don't hate that. Let's go Galley Barbarian. So the only reason I would top deck Merchant Camp would probably be to discard it with Desert Guides if I expect to discard the student anyway. That seems like overkill. Like, if I don't have to spend the token, I might as well not. even if, you know, it means I'm starting the turn with the student on top. Yeah, that is annoying. I don't really want all these 3 costs. Merchant Camp still probably the best card. Like, Herb Gather does give a buy, but I certainly don't need another student. Yeah, I'd be much happier with the bot trashing my capital city or my distant shore, and then I can gain the... Well, actually, I wouldn't be able to gain the distant shore back, so maybe that's a bad example. All right, yeah. Anyway, this hand looks fine. We don't need to discard the student, like I was talking about. And I guess I'll leave the Voyage on top, because if we ever do want to play the Lich, we're going to want to gain a Voyage. Okay. Um... What are we going to end up discarding with this old map? States. Be an obvious contender. I kind of do want to do Broker Lich for draw here, right? And then, like, not have to spend coins on Capital City draw, but we don't have the Lich yet. That's the thing. So maybe we just go ahead and do it. Well, there it is. So now do we pay the coins? Probably not. All right, Cali, a distant shore. Cali, distant shore. And... Oh, I should have thought about playing the Conjurer first. Whoops. Guess we could Galley the Barbarian. Why not? Ash is a broker. Okay. Um... We wanted to play the student this turn. Play it now. And then cycle it off the top. Seems alright. Okay. What are we conjuring? Another town, maybe? What's in the trash? The broker, right. Okay. So... If we broker Lich for draw again, we will actually exactly draw. So I think that's worth doing. Broker cards. And then maybe there's not really anything else in the trash that we want to gain. Sunken Treasure also is, I mean, I guess we, like I said, we could get a golem, but the Sunken Treasure is not very good at this point. There's no distant shores to gain. Well, we have one in play anyway. We can't use it to gain Capital City. We can't use it to gain Town or Royal Galley or Barbarian or Broker. So we could trash that and then just gain it back just because it's expensive. And thus a better broker target for the future. So that would mean we go hard action. Broker. Sunken Treasure for coins. Hard action. Broker. Lich gaining Sunken Treasure for coins and coins buy. And I guess we can trash an estate with the student. I hadn't even thought about that. But why not? Okay. We're going to want another galley next turn, but we can conjure that. Thinking like Capital City Barbarian and maybe we start greening. Not that we super need to. But like it could just be another Capital City. That helps us play more towns for buys. Like possibly the thing to do here, if we were to have like 5 or 6 fewer coins but an extra buy, yeah, I guess that wouldn't really help, would it? Oh, but we wouldn't be. It would be 4 fewer coins and an extra buy. We have 6 and 2 buys right now. Yeah, not really worth it. I think I'm just going to take another Capital City. Is this hand something we want to pitch? Damn it! Why is it always the 4 costs? Like, I'd rather we just trash a merchant camp. Okay. Well, we might as well play the Barbarian first. Operator Curse. Bah. I mean, this hand isn't very good. It's not, like, obviously terrible. I'll spend a favor. This one's fine because we got Broker Lich. Okay. Galley, a distant shore. About wanting to conjure a galley, so let's do that before we trigger the shuffle. Let's go ahead and Broker Lich for draw. I think there's basically no chance we don't want to do that. Meow. In camp. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw with Capital City. I think we have plenty of potential money in this deck. I guess we could discard estates. Does that make sense? I guess it depends. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio of like cards to coins, which is also what like drawing with Broker Lich is in reverse, except for having to play the Broker itself. But we were going to do that anyway, so I think it probably doesn't matter too much either way, but I think I will. Also go ahead and trash the Sunken Treasure. Yeah, we do that. Okay. And then plenty of draw here. Maybe we'd go ahead and Broker Lich for money. Gaining the Sunken Treasure, right? And just galley the old maps. I suppose. Okay. Let's go ahead and trash another estate. I suppose we could pick up that other merchant camp. We've got the draw for it anyway. Okay. Can this Sunken Treasure gain anything? Golem Voyage and Herb Gatherer. I mean, I guess Golem is fine. Right, like... just save it for the end of the turn. Sure, whatever. All right. I suppose we should take some provinces. Estates are empty. We have 5 buys. That's still not really enough to put too much pressure on piles. If we take 2 provinces, we just take 1 province. If we wanted more points, we can always just take estates back with all the lich treasures. Like, there's plenty of estates in the treasure for us to regain. We could do 3 5s and a 4 or something like that here. Maybe like town, capital city, capital city. Now we're getting to the point where we could threaten piles. Still don't want to be brokering, or sorry, playing Golem until I see my Lich. Does the bot still have so much copper left? I guess it did trash its student early. Alright, do we want 2 desert guides? It would kind of be nice to keep the golem in hand. I'm gonna say no. Discard some action cards for the golem to play. Sure. No, I'm not going to discard any of these. Alright. Scally, the distant shore. Presumably we want another town. That. Yeah, I wouldn't even, obviously, like, playing the Lich this turn wouldn't be bad from the perspective of, like, if we're ending the game anyway. It's just that I want to be able to broker it. That's the more important thing. Anyway, I guess we can galley. Old map. There it is. Okay. Well, why not just play the golem? Is there any downside to that? I don't think so. We even have the student in hand. Sure, 2 merchant camps, fine, whatever. Kind of predictable, actually. Oh, right. Hold on. Oh, whatever. I guess we don't need to take a province if we take enough estates, so sure, fine. All right. I do want to set the galleys up on the assumption that I will somehow not be able to pile. No, I think that's pretty unlikely. I guess we could galley a merchant camp. We, for whatever reason, don't want to be gallying towns or capital cities. Sure, why not? Oh, look at that. We already have a points lead. Oof. Oh. We don't have a points lead anymore. Incredible. Okay, again, if we broker Lich for cards, we get stuff back. We can get the estate. We can get the points lead back. So that's fine. Do we have enough money? We do that. Or do we just... Well, okay, we can do this. We have a lot of towns that we can play for coins. Getting the sunken treasure back doesn't do anything. It's not like we need to draw a state specifically. But we do want to get the Lich back. Maybe this makes sense to draw more with the capital cities instead. Yeah, I guess it probably does, right? Okay, we got a points lead again. All right. That... I mean, I guess now that we have the points lead, it's probably better to take copper. And then... What is the thing to do here? We've got... If we spend 2 towns to draw, like, Lich and another card, that doesn't... Like, that's taking 4 coins away to get 6 coins, which is the same as just getting 2 coins, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. Probably we just trash the sunken treasure and take an estate. And now we get to find out whether the copper was better than the estate. I mean, it is from the standpoint of, like, what if we don't have enough money? But yeah, I don't think that was going to be an issue. Okay, capital city, town, town, town. And yeah, we should have taken another estate. Oh well. Well, that was quite an involved one. Classic Allies Kingdom, I guess. Allies has so many moving parts. It was fun. Not the fastest build. I guess, I mean, in part that's because it's harder to empty piles here. When I say, yeah, I meant the first time I was talking about, I meant clock time, and the second time I meant in turns. I mean, Allies games taking more turns, I think maybe is not also super surprising, but I do wonder, though, even so, whether that means there was like a more efficient way to approach this. My early game was definitely a little on the slow side. Obviously, where we ended up was fine, but... Well, in any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.